Kraken-home-ice is sponsored by Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
Here in Ice District, Edmonton, Alberta, the Seattle Kraken on their one-off against the Oilers. Jaden stays onside. Shane Wright looks in front to Hayden. That pass behind him. Rebound picked up. Tolvanen scores! E.T. phones home. Here's Vince Dunn. Settles, shoots, scores! Vince Dunn from just inside the blue line.
The Kraken Nation is ready for the Seattle Kraken against the Anaheim Ducks.
Stevens tries this side. He scores! Mitchell Stevens has his first goal as a Seattle Kraken. Beniers and now Kakko this way. Schwartz. There he is! He scores! That's hockey, baby! Jaden Schwartz.
Climate Pledge Arena. Sharks, Kraken. Now out of the box with a head of steam. Schwartz driving in, short-handed. Score! Shane Wright off the bench. Here comes Montour. Score! 50 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Cross ice. One-timer score! Pick in the corner. Second goal for Montour.
The Kraken have had a nice stretch of home games as they try to gain points and get back in the playoff race. The biggest challenge lies in the defense after a number of high-scoring games. Welcome to kraken-home-ice. In today's episode, we're hearing from the top line of Matty Beniers, Kaapo, and Jaden Schwartz. The players share why they think they've been able to quickly click and produce results. We're hearing from head coach Dan Bylsma, what he's noticed about his team during this run of home games. And the week started off with the mom's trip. Players were cheered on by their moms, and we'll hear from Joey DeCord's mom, who was mic'd up. Monday in Edmonton, the Kraken got off to a strong start. Just 3.5 minutes into the game, Eeli Tolvanen crashes the net and bangs in a loose puck to make it 1-0. The Oilers tie it up, but late in the period, Vince Dunn hammers one through traffic. That gives the Kraken a 2-1 lead. But that was the end of the scoring for the Kraken, and the Oilers go on to win it 4-2. Tuesday, it was a quick turnaround. The team was back in town facing the Ducks. It was a first period full of goals. The Kraken trailed 1-0 when Eeli Tolvanen tied it up with a beautiful pass from Brandon Montour. The Kraken keep the pressure on. Mitchell Stevens, all alone on the wraparound. He stuffs it home for a 2-1 lead. Ducks tie it up, but here comes Seattle's top line. Kakko to Jaden Schwartz, and it's 3-2 Kraken after one period. Both teams go back and forth on goals until the Ducks pull away and win it 6-4. Goaltender Philip Grubauer has been reassigned to the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Grubauer's struggles culminated Tuesday when he gave up 5 goals on 22 shots in a loss to the Ducks. The team lost 16 of Gruby's 21 starts this season. Head coach Dan Bylsma talked about the release of the veteran goalie and how it's impacting the team.
Seeing a teammate and a friend, and seeing a guy's original part of the Kraken, and seeing a guy you've had success with, and seeing him play good hockey, it's a difficult thing for Gruby, but the rest of the guys as well, because this is ultimately a team game.
On Thursday, it was fight night for the Kraken against the Sharks. Seattle started off strong with an early Chandler Stevenson goal. By the second period, the Kraken were firing on all cylinders. They scored 4 goals in a span of 5 minutes and 49 seconds. It was a big night for Brandon Montour, who scored 2 of those goals. Another big moment in the second was the fisticuffs between Vince Dunn and Henry Thrun. After their fury of fists, the two got slapped with 5-minute fighting majors. The Kraken went on to knock off the Ducks 6-2.
Well, I think obviously our home record just overall has never been good enough, and we want to make this place a hard place to play in. So that comes with attitude, and sometimes things happen like that. So I think everyone just came out, battled hard.
Here's a quick injury update. Yanni Gourde is expected to miss 5 to 7 weeks after he had surgery Friday to repair a sports hernia. Captain Jordan Eberle is still out as he recovers from his pelvis surgery back in November. Head coach Dan Bylsma says Ebbs is progressing nicely. He's been back on the ice skating over the past few weeks. There's been a lot of attention on the Kraken's top line. It's a combination that is working. Brianna Vasquez talked to the trio.
A steal by Kaapo with Beniers. 2-on-1. Beniers scores!
Between injuries, trades, and new players, there's been a lot of movement when it comes to the Kraken's top line. It takes a few combinations to find the perfect fit, and that's what we're starting to see when it comes to the trio of Matty Beniers, Jaden Schwartz, and Kakko.
We kind of know what we're doing out there. I think maybe they know right now that I'm good with the puck down low, and they give me those pucks, and I try to find them back, and just smart guys, smart players on the ice.
Here's Kakko, right in, out in front, they score!
The top line is producing results.
This line is at it again.
And the offense has benefited greatly.
I think they're doing a good job of creating offense different ways, but being responsible defensively. Both have really good sticks, and both are doing the little things. But I think offensively, they're going to the net hard.
Kakko, his bid, scores a bullet!
Matty's creating scoring chances, Jaden's providing timely goals, and Kakko is generating consistent points.
It's fun to play with those two guys. Each guy brings something different. Schwartz, greater than that, holds on to pucks, and same with Kaapo, wins a lot of battles.
What a play by Kakko.
Since Kakko joined the team mid-December, the trio has been racking up points across the board.
Matty has had 7 goals and 5 assists. Schwartz has lit the lamp 10 times with 6 assists. And since joining the Deep, Kaapo has delivered 11 assists and 4 goals.
Kakko's got it! Kakko! Schwartz for the Hattie! Yes, sir!
Against the Kings, Jaden recorded his 5th career hat trick and 4th for the Kraken franchise.
Kakko ends up getting the puck, sends it over to Schwartz.
All 3 of those goals assisted by Kakko.
I think we're just reading off each other. When you're out there, it's a lot of it's instincts. You're just reading off your line mates and kind of reading the game a little bit. You don't have time to think. So I think that's where their hockey sense shows up.
This line has been a key factor in the Kraken's recent improvement in generating scoring opportunities.
I think we're all smart players. We all can make plays, and we're doing the right things and the hard little things, and that's where we're finding success.
Beniers and now Kakko this way. Schwartz. There he is. He scores. That's hockey, baby.
More to come on kraken-home-ice. The players' #1 fans got to cheer them on in back-to-back games this week.
Let's go! Woo!
It was the Kraken's mom's trip. We're hearing from the moms as they were excited to support their sons. And we're hearing from head coach Dan Bylsma on this long stretch of home games ahead of the Four Nations tournament break. Stay with us.
Assist of the Week is sponsored by Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
Face-off win for the Kraken. The backhand out of the zone. Bjorkstrand, stretch pass, driving the net, shot, score! Chandler Stevenson!
The assist of the week goes to Oliver Bjorkstrand for his perfectly timed stretch pass right on the money to Chandler Stevenson. Stevie buries the puck to get the Kraken on the board against the Sharks. The team was joined by some very special guests this week, the Kraken moms. They cheered on their sons in Edmonton and at Climate Pledge Arena. Joey Decord's mom was mic'd up when Decord was in the net against the Oilers.
He's waving. He's waving. He's waving. He does this. Joey.
Number 55.
Everybody good? Oh, it started. Okay, let's go. Again. Let's go, Kraken.
Knocked away by Shane Wright. Here come the Kraken. Hayden stays onside. Shane Wright looks in front to Hayden. That pass behind him. Rebound picked up. Told it in. Scores!
Careful, boys. Woo! Nice job, Jojo! Woo! Nice job, Riker! Hey, next time.
Off the end wall, Bouchard leaving it there. Beniers. Here's Vince Dunn. Settles, shoots, scores!
Did Matty get it?
Seattle goal scored by number 29, Vince Dunn.
Let's go, Mama! Let's go, Mama! Girls, girls, girls! Woo-hoo! We'll take it. We'll take it. Nicely done, boys.
After the quick trip to Edmonton, the moms are in the house at Climate Pledge Arena Tuesday. A special moment ahead of the game came when the moms hugged their sons, complete with high fives as they headed out of the tunnel onto the ice. The moms enjoyed the action, cheering loud and proud for their boys, especially for Shane Wright's goal in the third period. There's been some ups and downs for the Kraken during this chunk of home games. We sat down with head coach Dan Bylsma and asked him what's impressed him about his players during this stretch of home games.
The play over the last 7 or 8 games has been a real consistent, kind of aggressive, physical 60-minute play from our group, and that's coming the homestand, came in Edmonton, and it's one we want to keep going here.
Looks in front to Hayden, that pass behind him, rebound picked up, told it in, scores!
That's the thing, is like top team in the East comes in, tough game, play them tough or tight for most of the game. Edmonton, they're another top team. So you're probably getting a good chance to gauge what you have as a team against some of these top teams.
We're striving for that consistency night in and night out for how we play, and you have to do it against everybody. You tested with the Washington Capitals, a game we don't like the result, but you like the way your team played. In Edmonton, there's certainly things we think we could have done better, but a good 60-minute game from us against a really good team.
All right, the back-to-back games you guys have struggled in this year. What are the challenges of playing on back-to-back nights? Is it mental? Is it physical?
I think it's both mental and physical. I think there's challenges that come with back-to-back games, travel included with that. It needs to be more in your mind than physical with your body. Those are not excuses. Those are not things you can use to not be ready, to not be prepared to go, and you have to adjust your game. You have to adjust how you play in spots like that to think about having success.
How about some of the defensive lapses that have popped up of late? Do you think, as the head coach, you're watching the action, is it more about miscommunication or those mental errors too, as well as, where do you think the keys are to improve those?
We want to play defense aggressively. We want to play offense aggressively. We want to play defense aggressively. And when you play aggressively, you need to be together. You need to be connected. You need to be on the same page. And one guy off, one miscue, it leads to those big mistakes that give opportunities.
Do you see sometimes where some of the guys are taking unnecessary risks in the defensive zone?
It's more how and when you play defense. I think when you play in transition defense, when you've turned the puck over and mismanaged the puck, that's when it's toughest to play defense. And so it's more the reads with the puck. It's more the reads when we've turned, when we've turned it over. Because there's 80 turnovers in a game of hockey. It's all about creating turnovers. It's all about defending turnovers when they happen.
That's interesting. So it's a quick change thing.
We talk about managing the puck and turnovers, and there is literally 50 to 60 turnovers for your team a game, and there's 50 to 60 turnovers for the opposition a game. It's not like we talk about a puck play. It's not one play. It's not one instance we're talking about the 50 that happen in the game for your team, and the 50 that you're trying to force the other team to make.
All right, lastly, players got a rare day off this week, which I'm sure they really appreciate. And but you as a head coach have told me you like to hang around on the rink on your days off. And is there a player or two who you think has that same mentality where they won't just go relax? They've got to be at the rink and doing some things?
We have a bunch of them that use the day off to come to the rink and relax their mind a little and recharge, but at the rink they're still coming down and trying to stay ready, trying to stay prepared, trying to stay recovered, I'll say, with their day off.
Up next, Adam Larsson and his teammates give us some insight into the Big Cat's hard-nosed style and dedication at the blue line. And February is Heart Health Month. We're hearing from a doctor at Virginia Mason Franciscan Health about the importance of maintaining a healthy heart and lifestyle. Last Saturday was the Kraken's Kids Game. In addition to helping out with the broadcast and in-game activities, the kids got creative and drew some player portraits. Here are the players' reactions to that artwork.
Who is that?
Oh, that one might be Ty. Carts?
Carts?
Yes.
Ooh, that's gotta be, that actually looks like me.
Yes.
I'm doing pretty good. Oh, that's Joey. That's Joey for sure.
Lars? No?
I mean, that's Lars, but...
Bjorky, Ollie, yeah. Schwartzy. No? Oh.
Is that Ebbs? And that one's me. Myself.
Do you think it's accurate?
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Who's that?
Beard, big beard.
I want to say it's Rig.
Rig?
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, not bad.
Tuesday was Adam Larsson's 900th NHL game. In his time in Seattle, he has missed only one game. His team appreciates that kind of commitment. Piper Shaw has more on how his teammates see the Big Cat.
Introducing your captains. Alternate captain number 6, Adam Larsson.
Since 2011, the Big Cat has been committing larceny in the National Hockey League.
Cut off by Larsson. What a play by Larsson.
It's something that's the way I've been playing my whole career. The organization trusted me to be that guy, and that's something I really take pride in.
The alternate captain's unparalleled durability and unwavering commitment to his team earned him Iron Man status, having still only missed a single game in Kraken franchise history.
The Iron Man streak didn't continue.
And that game was the day that he became a father.
Obviously a lot less sleep, but overall it's been really fun, and I really enjoy it, so it's been all good.
A fierce protector both at home and on the ice, Larsson's teammates revere his dedication and poise.
He's awesome, so reliable, so steady. He plays so hard, so physical, and he's done a tremendous job for this team as a leader, as a steady defenseman, plays well on the PK. Does all the little things right.
Big part of this team. He does a lot of things that go unnoticed, whether it's blocking shots, making breakout passes, and he's a great guy in the locker room. Obviously, he's a new dad. I'm going to defer the dad to him now. He seems to wear it well.
While there's a universal fondness for Lars around the rink, there's no bond quite like the one that he has with his defense partner, Vince Dunn.
I think his personality is something that you start to love the most about him, and it really grows on you as an individual. I think a lot of people don't really understand him at first, and he doesn't really give off the most energy sometimes to people at first. He's definitely a shy person, so once you get to know him a lot and play with him, I think that's a whole different aspect to learning about him too, is seeing his game and learning how he is both on and off the ice. It's quite a different relationship. I think he gives off a goofy energy, but he is actually hilarious. I think a lot of people can see that with the little things that maybe the social things post.
Hey guys.
But in the dressing room, he's very stoic when he needs to be. He's a great leader and someone that a lot of young guys will want to follow into his footsteps.
Despite his role as a stalwart at the blue line and Dunn's right-handed D-man, Larsson is always on the hunt for pucks.
He's starting to get a little more offensive lately, which is nice to see, and stepping out of his comfort zone a little bit. I can see that in his game.
Even if you're a defenseman, you like to play with the puck, and it's always fun to be a part of it, and I really enjoy that.
Ready to pounce at the perfect moment.
The Big Cat on the prowl, Adam Larsson.
To scratch out a win.
The winner goes to Lars.
Good job, boys. Said it so many times, gave me the puck. And
February is Heart Health Month. The Kraken and Virginia Mason Franciscan Health are working together to bring awareness and education to fans on on how to avoid heart disease. We talked to a doctor from VMFH about the best ways to keep your heart healthy and maintain a healthy lifestyle.
It's important to talk to your physician both as a young person and into middle age and beyond about what your heart health risk factors are, what you can do to be exercising, taking care of your diet, lab work, those kinds of things to make sure that you're as healthy as possible from a cardiac and heart perspective.
VMFH hosts a Zamboni auction where you can bid to win 2 center ice Kraken tickets and a ride on the Zamboni. The auction benefits the Kraken Healthy Heart Fund, which supports life-saving heart care and research at Virginia Mason Franciscan Health. Coming up on Kraken-Home-Ice, we're talking to the players about one of their favorite topics, their go-to TV shows. When the Kraken are off the ice, they find ways to relax. And a favorite pastime of the players is watching TV or movies. In this week's shootout, we asked the team about their go-to shows.
Favorite TV show? Ooh, what have we watched recently? I think my all-time favorite was How I Met Your Mother. I watched, I think, recently. My fiance and I, we started Severance, and we're only a couple episodes in, but it's pretty good.
Oh, that's tough. I watch a lot of TV. Favorite TV show? I'm gonna go with Suits, just old and faithful.
Favorite TV show? That's a tough one to say one. I'm gonna go right now, recently, Suits. Historically, MASH would have been one of my favorites for sure.
Larry Kwong, the first NHL player of Asian descent, was honored posthumously by the Kraken on Lunar New Year night. Kwong, a longtime Calgary resident, made his NHL debut with the New York Rangers back on March 13, 1948. He spent less than a minute on the ice, but his debut was historic. Kwong's daughter, Kristen, was at Climate Pledge Arena on Tuesday to accept the Hero of the Deep Award in honor of her trailblazing father.
Oh, this is absolutely incredible. The fact that his story is actually leaving Canada and coming into the United States. Small town Vernon boy that had a dream. I don't think he would have ever thought this would ever been happening right now.
Coming up at Climate Pledge Arena, the Kraken are home for another week of hockey. Tomorrow, they face the Flames. On Tuesday, the Red Wings come to town. And on Thursday, the Maple Leafs make their way to Seattle. The Kraken are closing in on a 2-week pause in the regular season for the Four Nations tournament. Kaapo Kakko, the only member of the Kraken playing in that tournament, will represent Finland. And that'll do it for this episode of Kraken-Home-Ice. Thank you for looking in. We'll see you next week.
Kraken-Home-Ice is sponsored by Primera Blue Cross.